I have with me the chairman of the Asian Palm Oil Alliance, which is a not-for-profit alliance of palm oil consuming countries in Asia. This provides a common platform for key Asian governments, industry associations and businesses operating in policy development, trade, import and end-use application of palm oil. It is expected to strengthen the Asia's role in palm oil sustainability programs. Mr. Atul Chaturvedi, chairman of the APOA, he is a key leader of the Adani Group's agro and agri-infrastructure business since 1990s. He was also the award winner of ET and Times Group Promoting Business Leader of Asia Impactful CEO. I would like to ask you the question. There is currently a ban on palm oil in Sri Lanka, as you may know. What is your views on that?
I see no reason why a country like Indonesia needs to ban palm oil. In fact, if you look at the world's consumption, almost 40% the oil being consumed in the world is palm. And even in India, we consume almost 38 to 40% of all oils put together is palm oil. So in this scenario, and when palm is the most consumed oil in the world and the most versatile oil in the world, there's no reason why Sri Lanka should continue to have the ban. As a matter of fact, my take is that during whatever we consume during the day, in some form or the other, we are actually consuming palm oil, whether it be soap, whether it be confectionery items, whether it be bakery shortenings or whatever, even chocolates and also, they all have palm in it. And there's no reason why Sri Lanka should continue to ban it, for the simple reason that Sri Lanka is also very, very heavily import dependent, just like India. So for a country like Sri Lanka to compromise its edible oil security to this extent of more than 70% belies any logic. And whether we like it or not, the fact still remains that palm is the most productive oil, in the sense that 1 hectare of palm gives you roughly about 4 tons of oil on an average. Whereas if no other oil can compete with palm in this world. So my take is the success of palm in the world has actually become its biggest enemy. So that could be one reason why probably your country has banned it, and I see no reason why this ban should continue.
Mr. Atul, can you let us know the objective of forming the Asian Palm Oil Alliance?
In fact, we felt that the palm consuming countries like India, Pakistan, Nepal, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka have similar kind of problems and similar kind of scenario prevailing in these countries. All these countries are heavily import dependent, and they're also dependent on palm. And we also find that there is a lot of headwinds against consumption of palm oil in these countries, which is largely driven by the Western world. Obviously, it could be competition or whatever. So we thought that we need to have an association or an alliance of like-minded countries having similar problems, and also to help in debunking the myths around palm oil, and also to ensure that there's a sustainable development of palm oil consumption in these countries. And if required, we have the required expertise available by way of our partners who can provide technical support in terms of palm cultivation needs to be promoted in these countries. So that is some of the objectives of forming this alliance, and I'm sure this alliance has become reasonably strong. In fact, we took up the case of ban of palm in Sri Lanka with the president of this country from APOA, and I'm sure this ban sooner or later will get lifted.
As the APOA president, how do you see the way forward for Asian sustainability in vegetable oil sector?
I come from India, and if I look at this scenario, both India and Sri Lanka are actually facing a similar kind of scenario. India is also dependent to the extent of 60 to 65% of its consumption, and same is the case, or maybe Sri Lankan case, maybe more than 70%. So it's important from our perspective that we promote indigenous oilseed cultivation. And what better than palm? In fact, palm could be the big game changer in case if self-sufficiency or some semblance of self-sufficiency has to be achieved by these countries. So there's no reason why India should not promote palm, and there's no reason why Sri Lanka should not promote palm. As a matter of fact, Government of India understood the writing on the wall, and they promoted and they started the national mission on palm oil about 3-4 years back with an outlay of about 11,000 crores. And I'm sure the results are there for everyone to see. In fact, our production in the last 3-4 years has gone up from about 200,000 tons to now close to 400,000 tons. And by 2025-26, we are likely to be closer to about 1 million tons. So I think there's no reason why Sri Lanka should also follow suit, should not follow suit. Yep.
Thank you, Mr. Atul, for sharing your expertise and views with us. Thank you for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on your show. Thank you.